going on, guys? Tonight, craving pasta, so I'm going to be doing tuna casserole. I'm going to show you guys how I do it. A little bit different than usual. We're using quinoa pasta, which is a good choice because it's slower on the glycemic index, digests slower than normal egg pasta. We are also using tuna, obviously, but for a recipe this size, normally you'd be using 12 ounces of tuna. I'm going to double it. We're doing 24 ounces. You can use white albacore, you can use chunk light, whatever works for you. Fat-free, 98% fat-free cream of celery soup. Usually when you're doing tuna casserole, usually you're using a full-fat version of either cream of celery soup or cream of mushroom soup. Now the difference is, this is 2.5 grams of fat per serving. There's 2.5 servings in a can, and we're using 2 cans. Normally that's around 9 or 10 grams of fat, so that really adds up. So that's a big difference from the usual way of doing it. And then we're also using almond milk instead of regular milk. And we're using a reduced fats mayo instead of full fat mayo. We're using a dish about 7 inches by 11, 7 by 11, 12 inches, about this big. This should fit it. So the first thing we gotta do is we gotta boil our pasta. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees while you do everything else. And get our noodles boiling. That's 4 cups of the quinoa elbow pasta. While we're doing that, I'm gonna dice up some onions. I like onions, so I used a decent amount here. You can use celery as well, or you can just leave them out entirely. They're just kind of there for texture and a little bit of flavor. 2 cans of our 98% fat-free cream of celery soup. We're going to combine that with 1 cup of our 30-calorie almond milk. That's going to give the casserole its kind of creamy texture. One cup of almond milk, and we're also going to throw a half cup of our reduced fat mayo in as well. And then in addition to that, I didn't film it, but I also did about a teaspoon of diced garlic. Now we're also going to throw our other seasonings in here, a few twists of some ground black pepper, and a decent amount of Mrs. Dash table blend seasoning. Be pretty liberal with that. There's no sodium or anything, it's just a nice healthy flavor. So we strain our noodles when they're done, obviously, but you also want to strain your tuna. It's packed in water, so you want to get that extra moisture out because we don't need it. Then we toss everything into a big bowl and mix it together. Onions, pasta, tuna, and our soup. It's one of those easy recipes where you just kind of stir a bunch of stuff together and bake it, which is nice. Then we're going to spray our pan down with a 0-calorie cooking spray. We're using butter-flavored Pam here. Now we're going to evenly distribute the casserole into the dish, and then we're going to bake it at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes, or until you start to get a golden brown, crispy top. All right, so we baked it for 30 minutes, and it is done. It's looking good. Take a look. I think we got just the right amount of crispiness to it. Fit the pan size perfectly. And the macros on this are really good. If you do this into 6 servings, you get 375 calories, 6 grams of fat, 49 carbs, and 30 protein. So that's, I mean, I'll take it out and show you, but that's a pretty good serving size. And those calories are amazing for tuna casserole. There she is. 375 calories coming in from the tuna casserole. And of course your fruits and veggies for your micronutrients. But that is a damn good meal for around 400 calories. So it might not be quite as good as Robin Kruger used to make, but it's gonna be really freaking good. It's gonna fill me up, and the calories are so easy to fit into just about anybody's diet. Hope you guys enjoy it. Try it out. Hit me up with questions. We got a ton of these recipes at DK Fitness. We'll be putting out more videos for you guys to learn from. Subscribe and like and share.